Welcome back to Thistle Hill Farmstead. Today we're going to do a little automotive chore. My wife went out today to get in a car to go to the store and her battery was dead. So you can see the hood up behind me here. She has a 2016 Lexus GX460. So that's what we're going to do today. It's going to change the battery in this car, and I'll show you what you need to do it. And it's a pretty easy task, but I thought I would bring you along during this little chore. So if you like this video, please remember to press that like button and remember to subscribe to keep up to date with all of our videos and ring that bell notification so that anytime I post a new video, you'll get notified. So this is a pretty easy chore. Really, all you need to do this is you need a number 10 deep socket. And the reason I say deep socket, these nuts that are on this threaded rod that holds the battery down requires, if you're going to use a socket, a deep socket, or you can use a number 10 wrench, but that's a little bit difficult to get that wrench in there. And then also the battery terminal posts are number 10 also. So we'll use number 10 on these. Shouldn't be too tight. So I'll just do this with the hand, or you can use a ratchet, either one. So let's take these off. I'm using my fancy dancy new light here that I got. I'll put a link in the description to this light too. It's a magnetic light. I actually got the recommendation from the South Main Auto channel, YouTube channel. He uses these lights and he swears by them. So I figured I would try one, and this is my first opportunity. I just got it in the mail, so it's my first opportunity to try it out, and so far so good. It has a nice magnetic base, so it sticks onto the car just about anywhere, and then it tilts and swirls around. So you can point it pretty much any way you want. Okay, so I've taken these two 10mm bolts off, and now this little piece that holds the battery down will come off. So we're going to set that over to the side. Now, what will happen probably is what just happened to me. There's these threaded rods just go into a hole on the side of the frame down below the battery. This hooks in, and then when you tighten it up, it holds it down. So they may fall out when you take the screw off, like this one did. No big deal, just hang on to it, and then we'll hook it back in when we get ready to put the other battery in. This one on this side seems to be stable, so we don't have to worry about that one coming out. Now we need to take the cover off of the positive post here so that we can remove this one, this terminal, and we'll remove this one. This one looks like it has a little bit of corrosion on it. Not much, so I don't think we'll need any kind of anti, like WD-40 or anything. So again, I'm taking a 10mm wrench, and I'm just going to loosen that up. And then I'll get a screwdriver, and we'll go right down between there to loosen that post up. Also 10mm here. Now, I don't see a handle on this battery. Some of the batteries have a handle that makes it really easy to get out. This one doesn't. Let me get a screwdriver so I can spread this post here a little bit so it'll come off, and the same thing here. So I've got a screwdriver and a hammer. I'm going to give it a little tappy tap tap right there. See how that's spread apart and loosened up? No worries. The same thing here. And loosen that one up. Okay, so you can see that both of those are loose now, and they'll come off. The only problem with doing this on these new cars, when we pull this off, it's going to lose some of the programming on the radio, and we may have to key in the security code for that when we get back and some other things. But I'm going to pull this out and take it up to my local auto parts store. I've already called them. They have a replacement battery. They require you to bring the old battery in, which they call a core, and then they'll give you a discount. Well, not really a discount. If you don't have the core, if you don't have the old battery, you get charged $22. But if you bring the old battery back, they don't charge you that core charge. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take this one up. And so let's just wiggle these posts a bit, and it should come up and off. Okay, there's the positive post, and there's the negative post. And then we should be able to lift the battery out. And this one really doesn't have any handles on it, so I'm just going to have to manhandle it a bit to get it out. Ugh, man. Let's see if I can get my hand under it. There we go. Okay. Up and out. It's a Panasonic. I'm going to set this one here for just a second so we can talk about it. Let me move this over. I don't know if you can see or not, but it has some liquid in it. And you have a lower level and an upper level. Now this one is in the level. This is a lead acid battery. You see these posts on here. The older batteries used to be able to take these off, and you would have to fill them with some distilled water or top them off occasionally. These newer batteries are sealed pretty well. The battery I'm going to replace it with is called a AGM battery, I believe. If I'm saying that wrong when I look at it, I'll let you know. But they're made for more cycles, and so that if you have the newer cars with the start-stop on them, when you stop at a stop sign or a red light, they shut off and then they start back up, and it cycles the batteries more. The newer batteries, I believe it's ELM and the AGM. I'll put a note up here so that you can see what I'm talking about. They are a little bit have a little bit more cranking or cycle time on it. Okay, let's take this one out. Okay, I'm back with the battery. This is a die-hard battery. Used to be, you'd think of die-hard as a Sears battery, but Sears is no longer. I got this battery at Advanced Auto, and as you can see, it has 710 cold cranking amps. It's a 24F, which is the size of the battery, and the AMG is the type. I believe that's absorbent graphite matte, I believe is what that stands for. So here's the battery compartment that I was talking about before, and I just wanted to show you, this is the rod that came out, and you can see down here on the frame there's a little hole that connects into, so that when you put that hole down for the battery back on, you tighten it back up, it goes into that. So that's what happens if that falls out. And as I said, this one seems to be connected in, so it's not going to fall out. That's nice. So we're going to set the battery in here now, reconnect the posts, and then we'll probably, like I said, have to reprogram the radio and some other things, but we'll hit that when we need to. All right, let me put you in the tripod. All right, let me lift this bad boy up in here. Ooh, now this one does have a handle on it. Oh man. I'll light back up. This one does have a handle, but it's still nice and heavy. There we go. Okay, so I've got it down in the tray there, and then you just push this handle down like that, and it's out of the way. And then we'll go ahead and pop these little caps off here. This is the, let me see if I can get my light in a better spot. Okay, so we'll pop these protective caps off. There we go. And we'll slide the ground on. And we'll pop this positive cap off. Put in the positive wire. All right. Now all we need is to tighten this back up. And you might be able to hear the chicks that we have in the garage here. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you know that we just got 10 new chicks for the farm. And they're here in the garage under the heat light while they're young, and then we'll move them out to the coop later. So that's what you hear in the background. If you hear all that chirping, that's what it is. Okay, so those two are on there nice and tight. Now we'll put the hole down back on. That's this piece here, and I'll just take it right over that handle. So we'll get this back one on. I'll start this nut on here. Okay, and then I'll get this rod. I'm going to hook it down into the frame like we showed, and then push this down a bit and put my nut here. A little awkward to have to do. You have to hold up on the rod, push down on this top thing, and thread the nut at the same time. It's like walking and chewing gum. There we go, we got it. So then you just tighten this up. Tighten this back one up a little bit. Now I may have to actually put this underneath this strap. I thought this may have enough arch in it so that it would tighten on the battery before it hit that, but I don't think it is. So I'm going to take it back off and I'm going to slide it underneath that plastic handle. Okay, so get that off there. Slide it underneath here like that. Now I should be able to tighten it up all the way. Yeah, I can feel that this is now sitting down on the battery now, so that's good. Now this doesn't have to be really super duper tight. I mean, it's made to hold the battery in place during normal operating conditions, not unless it's turned over or whatever. So you can see I can still move that around a little bit, but it's tight. It's not going to go anywhere. Now finally, we're going to put this protective cap back over our positive post here so that nothing will touch on that. And that's it. That's for the outside work of replacing the battery. Now we'll go inside and see what we need to do as far as resetting the radio, etc. Let me give you a closer look now that everything is installed again. Here we go. So we've got the battery installed. Now we're going to go in and crank her up. And by the way, this is the light I was talking about, an Astro light. And it has a couple of, has a pointy end, the bottom, and then you have both sides. Watch your eyes. Both sides light up. And like I said, I saw this recommended by a channel that I always watch, the South Main Auto channel. So if you like car repair stuff, I encourage you to check that one out. Okay, let's see what we get here. And foot on the brake. Press the start. Okay. All right. I'm gonna open the garage door here, just so we don't fog out the little chicks. I'm gonna pull out. Okay, I just want to pull out of the garage so I wasn't gassing the little chicks there. And let's see if the radio is going to work. Well, it came on. Let's see, audio. And let's see if we... All right. Okay, well that was good. Thought maybe I would have to reset some of the settings with everything, but it looked like everything is working just fine. One thing I did notice is that the clock is off now, so try to set that. Let's see, setup. Okay, and I believe it's under general. Yeah, clock. And hour, and I think it's about 6:50 right now, so we do 6 in minutes. I'm going to go backwards since it's at 50. That's a quicker way to go. Okay, 6:50, and the time zone is Eastern Daylight Savings Time, and that's good enough. Okay, 6:50, we got the clock set. That's good. Okay, that's it. Home. All right.